the key to having a long career and an exciting career is falling in love with writers. And one of the things that Stella Adler, one of my great teachers, taught me was to study the playwright. So we would do 6 weeks on Tennessee Williams, and then 6 weeks on George Bernard Shaw, and then 6 weeks on William Inge, and you began to understand all the great early writers from the 1800s, Henrik Ibsen and August Strindberg. This dedication to the writer gives you everything, and that is why, whether people who are young want to work hard or not, the great actors, the one we'll line up to see, and they're very few, are a Daniel Day-Lewis because he's constantly surprising us, or a Meryl Streep because they come from the theater, they honor writers. And when I teach acting, I say this is not an acting class, this is a class about honoring the writer. Young actors must work on great material. So it's fine to take a cold reading class, and it's fine to be on television, but what happens is you start to see life as 3 pages. But when you're working on great plays, you see A Streetcar Named Desire, or A Death of a Salesman, or really study Shakespeare and really, when you first start reading Romeo and Juliet and you begin to hear the poetry and how adolescent passion is expressed through language. It's so remarkable. And Uta Hagen, who I used to audit her class, she said about Romeo and Juliet, is about innocence. Innocence is the inability to understand consequence. Innocence is the inability to understand consequence. That's Romeo and Juliet. When you study plays and you're activated by the ideas of the writer, that's when you get a Daniel Day-Lewis. Meryl Streep did 40 plays at Yale before she ever hit New York. My teaching and my studying was about being honorable to the writer.